By the time you guys are watching this video, it's probably going to be a little bit into the future. The time is 20 past 2 on the 13th of April. And I'd like to talk about two things really. One, Bjergsen retiring, and two, the way that he did it and the disrespect, quote unquote, the disrespect that he showed to 100 Thieves and the way that he went about retiring. So, firstly, obviously, Bjergsen retired from the LCS. I'm sure you all know by now. It's a massive hit to the LCS. In what feels like a region where its pro scene is already sort of failing, having one of its biggest personalities leave the scene for the second time, but really leave it this time, is going to be a big hit. I know that a lot of people watched the LCS because of Bjergsen and because of characters like Double Lift, Bjergsen. You got some new ones like Fudge, but really, I know a lot of the older sort of fans stuck around for players like that. They'd follow them to Team Liquid, follow them to 100 Thieves. Myself being one of them, I always like to keep an eye on what was going on there. And the fact that Bjergsen and Double Lift started to reteam was really interesting. Now, unfortunately, he has retired, and he says it's because he no longer feels like he can put the same amount of time and effort in that he used to, and that's what a lot of his greatness came from. Obviously, it's a massive shame, but if he feels like that's what he needs to do to be happy and to carry on flourishing in life, then fair play to him. Curious to know how you guys feel or what you guys think. Would you have liked to have seen him at Worlds one last time? To make that push for Worlds one last time. I know I definitely would have liked that, but we can't get we obviously can't get that now, and it wasn't going to work out for him. So yeah, obviously good luck to him and what he wants to do in the future. Now, however, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Obviously, he's retired. A lot of people are going to be sad. One of those people is Nadeshot. Now, as someone who sort of got into pro gaming through Call of Duty, watching Optic, watching Nadeshot, it's someone that I've respected and sort of watched for a long time. Especially in the last few years, I think he's quite a level-headed person with a lot of good opinions. That's very broad, but he speaks quite truthfully. He gives his side and he shows empathy, which is, I think, something that's pretty respectable. However, in this clip, we're going to see that he sort of tell that he's not too happy with the way that Bjergsen retired, or definitely more in a selfish way. Bjergsen was definitely looking out for himself in this situation, and less so for 100 Thieves, and that's why it could be portrayed as being disrespectful.
Pretty tough. We were at the golf course when I got the text, and it was basically Jacob, our head of esports, saying Bjergsen just informed us that he's retiring and he's going to release his statement within the next hour. And again, two sides to that story. I think two perspectives. One, as somebody who's been a fan of Bjergsen and a fan of any player that's ever come into the fold at 100 Thieves, I really do. I truly mean this. Want what's best for them. At the end of the day, self-preservation. You got to look out what's best for you and your family and the world that you live in. And so if he felt as if retiring right now was the best thing for his mental health and his well-being, there's nothing that I can say nor feel that would not reinforce the fact that I want him to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do I think he handled it the best way? Probably not. He had an incredible career. The things that he did for the esports community through his success and the way that he carried himself, can't deny his contributions, and that needs to be celebrated.
Mm-hmm.
But an hour before the announcement, a Twitter DM, I don't know. I would have handled it a little differently, but, that's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the next chapter of his career. He certainly deserves to be happy.
Yeah.
And we'll figure it out. This is not an Armageddon doomsday scenario.
Now, obviously, and very understandably, he's quite disappointed. It came to a shock to 100 Thieves. They got a DM on Twitter of Bjergsen basically saying, "Hey, I'm going to retire and I'm shooting a video. It's going live in 1 hour." And that came to a massive shock to 100 Thieves and Nadeshot, and he clearly thought that it was quite disrespectful. I can definitely see that angle. It's a player that's committed quite a long future. They've signed a contract, and the least he could do is sort of give them a heads up earlier so that they knew what was going to happen. The issue is then there's the chance of it being leaked, and I understand why Bjergsen wouldn't want that. And so does Nadeshot, right? So let me know what you guys think about this whole thing. I don't think Eva's in the wrong. Bjergsen clearly wanted to not have his retirement leaked and sort of do it his way. On the split side, Nadeshot is in charge of running an organisation and wants to be able to be told and respected, wants to be able to have that heads up and sort of be able to make decisions based off of that. Obviously, as he says in the clip, though, that would lead to them looking for a new mid laner. It would then leak. The cycle continues. So let me know what you guys think about this. They did sort of clear things up on Twitter and say, they respect each other, and he even says in the clip, it's not like the end of the world. He still respects him. It's just a shame how things went down. Thanks for watching, everyone. Peace.